Dear students, in this revision class, I have listed some important questions. Let us discuss on these questions in this class. Now, one more questions. The heaviest stable nucleus is bismuth 209. The radioactive radiation produces Compton effect. It is gamma ray. Nuclear forces are spin dependent. There are some properties are also. Nuclear forces are spin dependent, charge independent, etc. Path of the alpha particle approaching the nucleus is hyperbola. The main source of energy in the sun is nuclear fusion. The easily fissionable isotope of uranium has mass number 235. Electron belongs to the class Fermi ions. Geiger-Müller counter detects neutrons. Majority of cosmic ray particles are protons. The concept of antiparticle is given by Dirac. As decay constant increases, the range of the alpha particle emitted from the nuclei found to increase. The number of alpha particles scattered at an angle varies with atomic number Z as Z square. It is directly proportional to Z square. Z is the atomic number. Unit of reaction cross section is barn. Energy of a thermal neutron is in the range 0.025 eV. The next question is energy equivalent of 1 AMU. It is 931 MeV, or in joule it is 14.94 into 10 power minus 11. Intensity of cosmic rays minimum at 0 degree latitude. Based on quark model, the structure of neutron is DDU. D means down quark, U means up quark. Up quark has got the charge plus 2 by 3 E. E means charge of the electron. Down quark has got the charge minus 1 by 3 E. And the quark model for neutron means if we combine two down quarks and one up quark, the total charge becomes 0, that is neutron. This is how the quark model explains the structure of different particles. Next one is the parent element of Neptunium series is plutonium. The Neptunium series starts from the element plutonium. Isotones have same number of neutrons. Which particle can be added to the nucleus of an atom without changing its chemical property? Neutron is chargeless, so if it is added to the nucleus, then there is no change in the chemical property. The element X in the reaction, here reaction is given 4 beryllium 7 and the bombarding particle is proton, outgoing particle is alpha, X is the reactant or product nucleus, then you have to find out the product nucleus here. So the reaction is 4 beryllium 7 plus proton is 1H1, giving rise to X plus 2He4. In that X becomes 3 lithium 6. You have to balance the equation. Next question is in betatron, electron is accelerated only in 1/4 of the AC cycle. In the quarter cycle of that AC, in that quarter cycle only electron is accelerated. Neutrino belongs to the family called leptons. The velocity of an ion in a linear accelerator when it comes out of the nth tube is √n v1. Velocity of the ion or velocities of the ion in different tubes are in the ratio 1:√2:√3 and so on. So that's why it is in the nth tube the velocity is √n v1. Cyclotron is used to accelerate protons and positively charged ions. Next, let us discuss on 2 more questions. The first question is, explain tunnel effect in alpha decay. Tunnel effect, see here, when the alpha particle is in the potential barrier, the nucleus is considered as the potential barrier. When the alpha particle is inside the nucleus, it is inside the potential barrier. How it comes out of that potential barrier? This is explained by the tunnel effect. Here in tunnel effect, the explanation given in tunnel effect, it is their quantum mechanics or wave mechanics is applied there. See, the answer is that this theory is given by Gamow. According to Gamow's theory, the motion of the alpha particle in the vicinity of a potential barrier is treated wave mechanically. When the particle undergoes, here the alpha particle undergoes many collisions inside the wall of the potential barrier. So then, according to wave mechanics, out of these collisions, there is a finite probability that the alpha particle can leak through the barrier. Even though its energy is very less, still it can come out of the potential barrier due to so many collisions it undergoes with the potential barrier, and in one of the collisions it may come out. This is how the emission of alpha particle from the nucleus is explained. This effect is called the tunnel effect. Next question is, define Curie and Becquerel. Curie and Becquerel are the units of activity of a radioactive substance. Curie, it is the activity of a radioactive substance in which 3.7 into 10 power 10 nuclei undergo disintegration in 1 second. Whereas Becquerel, activity of the substance in which 1 nucleus undergoes decay in 1 second. These are the units of activity of a radioactive substance. The next question is, show that nuclear density is a constant. Density is defined as mass by volume. Mass is mass of the nucleus, nothing but total mass of the nucleons present in the nucleus. A, the mass number represents number of nucleons, nothing but number of protons plus neutrons, total number of protons and neutrons. So that mass of the nucleus is A into MP. MP is mass of a proton. Mass of the proton almost equal to that of the neutron. That's why mass is taken as AMP, total mass of the nucleus. Volume, nucleus spherical in shape, so volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and R is the nuclear radius given by the formula R naught a to the power 1 by 3, so that R cube becomes R naught cube A, and when you simplify this, it is 3 MP by 4 pi R naught cube, all constants, and the expression is independent of A, the mass number. That's why we get a constant value 1.8 into 10 power 17. That's why nuclear density is a constant. This is how we show that nuclear density is a constant. Next question is, find the value of nuclear magneton. Nuclear magneton, the unit to measure the magnetic moment of a nucleus, and the formula is EH bar by 2MP. That is, H bar is H by 4 pi, sorry, H by 2 pi, so it becomes H by 4 pi MP, and when you substitute the values, the value comes out to be 5.04 10 power minus 27 joule per Tesla, or 3.15 to 10 power minus 8 EV per Tesla. H is Planck's constant. MP, mass of the proton, it is 1 AMU. 1 AMU is 1.67 10 to the power minus 27. Substituting the values, you get the value of nuclear magneton. Next one is, mention any 4 properties of neutron. Neutron is chargeless particle, it is uncharged one. Since it is uncharged, its power of penetration is very high. Mass of the neutron is 1.00898 AMU, and neutron has got a spin half. Because of this, it is a Fermi ion. It is called as a Fermi ion. Next is, what is an induced radioactivity? Give an example. The induced radioactivity is the artificial radioactivity. The radioactivity, it is induced. A very light element is made to emit radiations, and it is made to become a radioactive element by bombarding it with high energetic particles. This is called induced radioactivity, the phenomena by which lighter elements are made radioactive by artificial methods. The example is given. Next one is explain the principle of microtron. Microtron is the electron accelerator. There is a small radio frequency cavity which actually accelerates the electrons when they pass through that cavity. This cavity is located near the edge of a cylindrical evacuated chamber placed between pole pieces of a magnet. Electrons travel in the circular orbit, and when they pass through the radio frequency cavity, they gain energy. The electrons, when they gain energy, they travel in when they gain energy, their acceleration goes on increasing, the velocity goes on increasing, they get accelerated, so that they start travel in the circular paths of larger and larger radius, and finally they are extracted from the accelerator. This is how electrons are accelerated. Next one is explain the construction of neutron based on the quark model. Already I explained there. It is made up of two down quarks and one up quark. See here, in the diagram is given there. One up quark, two down. Up is charge 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 e, down minus 1 by 3 e, one more down minus 1 by 3 e. When we add them together, we get charge 0. So neutron, chargeless particle. This is a quark model given for neutron. If it is a proton, then the model is UUD. 2 up quarks and 1 down quark for the proton. Why Neptunium series do not present in nature? Because half-life of Neptunium is very less compared to the age of the earth. That's why we don't find Neptunium on the surface of the earth. That's why there is Neptunium series is not present. It's not the natural series, it's the artificial one. Naturally we can't observe or we can't find this series. State and explain Geiger-Nuttall law. This Geiger-Nuttall law gives the relationship between energy and range of the alpha particle. How energy and range are connected to each other. And Geiger and Nuttall, they observed that the elements with shorter half-life emit alpha particles with high energy, and elements with longer half-life emits alpha particles with lower energy. For each radioactive series, the graph of log r against log lambda, when it is plotted, we get a straight line. The relation between lambda and r, lambda the decay constant, r the range of the alpha particle, they are connected or they are related as log lambda equal to a log r plus b. A, b are the constants, but that constant a is same for all radioactive series, whereas b is different for different series. This was given by Geiger and Nuttall, so it is called Geiger-Nuttall law. Then about the magic numbers. Give the significance of magic numbers. The magic numbers are 2, 8, 20, 50, 82, 126. These numbers are called the magic numbers. And these magic numbers are observed when the shell model was proposed for a nucleus. In the shell model, the nucleons inside the nucleus are arranged in different energy levels are nothing but the shells. In the shell model proposed for the nucleus, energy levels are grouped into shells such that each shell contains a closely spaced energy levels, and the two consecutive levels are separated by a large gap. Closed shells are found to be observed or obtained for the number of nucleons equal to 2 plus 6, that is 8, 2 plus 6 plus 12, 20, and next for 28 and 50. This is how the magic numbers are obtained, and the nuclei having magic number of either protons or neutrons or both are found to be exceptionally stable. That's why they are called the magic numbers. Now, what are isobars? Give an example. Elements having same mass number A but different atomic number Z are called isobars. The example is given here. Now, distinguish between nuclear fission and fusion. Fission is nothing but the splitting up of heavy nucleus into two lighter nuclei of comparable masses. Along with energy is liberated, few neutrons are also released. Whereas fusion, two lighter nuclei are combined to form a heavier nucleus with the release of energy. In the fission process, energy released per fission is found to be very large, or it is more. Energy released per fusion is less compared to that of the fission process. Whereas energy per unit mass is more in case of fusion, less in case of fission. These are the difference between fission and fusion. And few more differences are: fission products are highly radioactive, but fusion products are non-radioactive. And fission reactants or fuel for fission process is not abundant in nature, whereas fusion reaction, the fuel is abundant in nature. Distinguish between cyclotron and betatron. Cyclotron, betatron, both are the devices which are used to accelerate the charged particles. Cyclotron is used to accelerate protons and positive charged ions, whereas betatron used to accelerate electrons only. In cyclotron, particles are moving only in a circular path of increasing radius, and it provides a continuous output. A continuous output energy is obtained, or continuous output beam of electrons is obtained there. Beam of not electrons, beam of ions is obtained there. In betatron, particles are moving in a fixed radius of path, only one orbit, and it provides the pulsed output. There in betatron, the accelerated charged particle is taken out in a quarter of the cycle of AC. These are the difference between cyclotron and betatron. Now, what are hard and soft cosmic rays? This classification is done on the basis of the thickness of the lead sheet through which the rays can pass through. Hard cosmic rays have got very high power of penetration. They can pass through 10 cm thickness lead sheet, whereas soft cosmic rays, they are less penetrative, less energetic, and they cannot penetrate through 10 cm thickness of the lead sheet. What are mirror nuclei? Write an example. Two nuclei having the same mass number A, but the number of neutrons in one of them being equal to number of protons in the other. Number of protons and neutrons are interchanged. That is why such nuclei are called the mirror nuclei. See, in 611 and 5 boron 11. In 611, number of protons 6, number of neutrons 5. Whereas in boron, number of protons 5, neutrons 6. Number of protons and neutrons interchange. That is why these two are called the mirror nuclei. What is photodisintegration? Give an example. Photodisintegration, it is the nuclear reaction brought out by a high energy radiation, nothing but gamma. The reaction brought out by gamma is called a photodisintegration. During this reaction, usually gamma is absorbed by the target nucleus, and during the reaction a neutron is released. Mention two methods of quenching. Quenching, this is the method adopted in a Geiger-Müller counter in order to quench, in order to suppress the unwanted charged particles or the ions there. The two methods of quenching are internal quenching and external quenching. What is radioactive dating? Explain radiocarbon dating. Radioactive dating is nothing but the method of estimating the age of the earth from the relative abundance of the two isotopes, uranium-235 and uranium-238. This process is called radioactive dating. Using the abundance of uranium-238 and 235, the age of the earth can be estimated. This process is radioactive dating. In radiocarbon dating, it's also a method of estimating the age, but not the earth, but it is of the some biological samples and some geological samples. The radioisotope here in this method, the radiocarbon, that is 6C14, it is used to estimate the age of the samples. Explain Yukawa's meson field theory. Mesons are the particles which are assumed to be the particles which get exchanged between the nucleons inside the nucleus. These meson particles were assumed first, later they were discovered. They are used to explain the strong attractive force. Strong attractive force existing between the nucleons inside the nucleus. According to Yukawa's theory, nuclear force arises due to the continuous exchange of particles between the nucleons, and these particles are the mesons. The mesons are the particles with rest mass between that of the electron and a proton. They have a strong interaction with the nucleons. According to this theory, each nucleon is surrounded by a nuclear field created by the continuous emission and absorption of these mesons. The mesons are also called the virtual mesons. The nuclear force is due to exchange of these virtual mesons. See, for example, the nuclear force between two protons, it is due to the exchange of the neutral pi meson. There are three types of pi mesons: pi plus, pi minus and pi 0. Pi 0 the neutral pi meson. Similarly, the strong attractive force between two neutrons, even though they are chargeless, there is a strong attractive force that is due to, again, the neutral pi meson. Similarly, a neutron can be considered as a proton core surrounded by the cloud of pi minus. Similarly, whenever a proton absorbs pi minus, it becomes a neutron. This is how the exchange of pi mesons between the nucleons explains the strong attractive character of the nuclear force. Now write a note on the interaction of neutrons with matter. How neutron interacts with the matter? See, the two main branches or main types of this interaction are scattering and absorption. The neutron, when it interacts with the nucleus, it may undergo scattering, and that scattering, it may be elastic or inelastic. Elastic means in that scattering, the neutron after collision gets scattered, it remains as it is, the nucleus also remains as it is without any change in the energy or momentum. It is elastic. If energy changes, the scattering is called inelastic. Another interaction is absorption. Whenever a neutron interacts with the nucleus, nucleus is bombarded with the neutron, it interacts, then it may get absorbed. When it is absorbed, it may bring out the process such as fission, or it may be the radiative capture, or it may be the production of neutrons again, or it may be the production of the charged particles, some more charged particles again. This is how neutron interacts with matter. Now, east-west effect of cosmic ray intensity. The cosmic ray intensity of the cosmic rays. Cosmic rays are the strong particles or high energetic particles, mainly positively charged particles, protons, tons of protons coming from the outer space. and when they enter, it is found that they enter the earth from west direction than the east. It's also found that intensity of the cosmic rays slightly more in the direction of east than west. This indicates that the nature of cosmic ray particles. This indicates about the nature of the cosmic ray particles. The cosmic ray consists of charged particles, mainly the protons, which are positively charged. So the cosmic ray particles coming vertically down are deflected by the Earth's magnetic field. When they are coming vertically down, Earth's magnetic field deflects them. Since most of the cosmic particles are the positively charged particles, they are deflected towards east. Since they are deflected towards east, they appear to be coming from the west, and there is a variation in the intensity of the cosmic rays with the direction east and west. So it is called east-west effect on the intensity of the cosmic rays. The working of the semiconductor detector. A semiconducting material PN junction is used here, and that PN junction is maintained at a reverse bias, so that the thickness of the depletion layer will be very high. When the radiation is incident, electron hole pairs are created. Those created electron hole pairs, they move towards the respective electrodes. The movement of electrons and holes towards the electrodes produces an electric current. Hence a pulse is produced across the resistor there. The size of the pulse depends on the energy of the incident radiation. This it detects the charged particle. Write a note on alpha ray spectra. Alpha ray spectra, it is a discrete spectra. Alpha particles carry discrete amount of energy, and it is found that alpha particles emitted from a radioactive substance are not carrying the same amount of energy. The particles are found to be having different energies, falling within a narrow range. Now here an element thorium C is considered. Thorium C, it is found to be emitting 5 gamma particles of slightly different energies. So the explanation is given for this variation in energy. Here, if thorium C, when it remains the ground state, when it decays to thorium C double dash is the daughter may be in the ground state or may not be. That daughter, it may remain in different excited state, so that when this thorium C decays to different excited states of thorium C double dash, that results in different alpha particles, or results in the alpha particles emitted with different energies. This is alpha ray spectra. Using uncertainty principle, estimate the mass of a pion. Pion means pi meson. Here we apply Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. It is delta E delta T greater than or equal to h bar. Delta E, the small change in energy, delta T change in time. Let C be the speed of the pion. M pi is the rest mass of the pion. Then delta E can be taken as m pi into c square. And when you simplify, we get the mass of the pion as 257 ME. ME is mass of the electron. Classify neutrons based on their energy. The classification is given. Neutrons are classified as slow neutrons, cold neutrons, thermal, intermediate, fast neutrons, very fast and ultra, depending on the energy. Very low energy neutrons are slow neutrons. Very high energy neutrons are the ultra neutrons. With this, I stop here. Let us continue the remaining part in the next presentation.